recording, so let's go ahead and get started on our mat in child's pose. Knees can be close together or far apart, whatever feels good in your body. Forehead resting on the mat, fingertips reaching to the front of the mat. Taking a moment here to get yourself centered, to get yourself grounded. Letting go of any thoughts that may be on your mind. Setting aside anything that may keep you from being present for the next hour. Whenever you're ready, raise up onto the fingertips. We'll walk our hands to the right side of the mat, lowering down here. Taking a moment to feel a nice stretch through our right side body, lengthening through the spine on the inhale, grounding through the right hip on the exhale. Inhaling back up onto the fingertips, and we'll walk our hands to the opposite side of the mat, lowering down here. Same thing on this side. Inhaling, lengthening through the spine. Exhaling, sending that right hip back towards the right heel, grounding down. Whenever you're ready, raising back up and coming into the center. Lowering back to the mat. Taking a moment here to set our intention for the practice today. So you can set an intention of your own if you'd like, or you can join me in setting an intention of allowing kindness and compassion into our lives. Big inhaling. Exhale, sigh it out. Whenever you're ready, raise up on to your knees for a tabletop position. Shoulders stacked right over wrist. Hips stacked right over knees. One long line from the crown of the head all the way down the tailbone. We'll take a few breaths here. Oftentimes we can get to tabletop and just rush right into cat dog. So taking a moment here to really press through all 10 fingers, keeping that line from the crown of the head all the way down the spine, maybe pressing into the tops of the shins. And we'll begin moving through a few cat-cows here. On the inhale, dropping the belly to the mat, raising the head. On the exhale, chin to chest, pressing the mat away, drawing up through the navel. We'll do a few rounds of these, one breath, one movement here. Inhale, raising. Exhale, pressing the mat away. Coming back into the center here. And toes tuck under. We're going to send our knees 1 inch off the mat here. Holding here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly coming down. Taking anything that may feel good here, remembering to listen to your body. Doing what feels good. Doing what your body says first, and then listening to my words second. Knowing that throughout practice you can always come back to child's pose, back to downward dog, We're going to do one more of those knee lifts, just like that. Knees lift up and off the mat. Making sure we're breathing, keeping that line from the crown of the head all the way down the tailbone. Big inhale in. Exhale, hips go up and back, downward dog. First downward dog of the practice. So maybe pedaling the feet. Maybe taking the hips side to side. Anything that may feel good here. And after you've gotten out all the wiggles, all the little sways that you feel you need, taking a slow walk to the front of our mat. Forward fold when you get there. Maybe giving the head a little shake yes and a little shake no. Or if it feels good, taking the box around the head with the hands, grabbing the opposite elbow. Releasing that. Left hand plants to the ground. Right arm's going to take a big inhale, reaching up, straighten that right leg. Exhale back down. Inhale, opposite side. Exhale, back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees. Raise with the crown of the head, big inhale, lifting up. Exhale, heart center. Taking a moment here. Noticing your feet pressing onto the earth. Maybe taking a moment to make sure they're facing true north and parallel from each other. A soft bend in the knees. Pressing down through the feet and away from each other as if you're trying to pull the mat apart with your feet, activating all those muscles in the legs. Raising through the crown of the head, sitting up tall through the spine, engaging the belly, engaging the core. Good, big inhale. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees. Raise with the crown of the head coming through. Chair pose all the way up to stand. Exhale, heart center. We're going to do a few rounds just like that. Big inhale in, halves and salutations here. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, high plank. Oh, exhale, fold forward. My bad. Not yet. Inhale, bend the knees. Raise at the crown of the head. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, heart center. One more of those. Big inhale, filling in. Exhale, bowing forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees. Raise through the crown of the head all the way up. Exhale, heart center, eyes soft. Big inhale in kindness. Exhaling out compassion. Inhaling kindness. Exhale compassion. Big inhale, arms reach up. We're going to add on here. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, high plank. 3 strong breaths in our high planks today. Up to the 3rd breath, you can bring knees down to the mat, chest down to the mat, or lower down to the mat at one time if you like. Inhale, baby lifting the shoulders, baby cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Big inhale on the toes. Exhale down through the heels. Big inhale up on the toes. Exhale down through the heels. Good. One more. Big inhale up. On the exhale, bend the knees. Look to the front of the mat. Make your way there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees. Raise with the crown of the head. Good work. We're going to do a few more just like that. Hands to heart center. Inhale, filling up. Exhale, bow forward. Half lift. High plank. 3 breaths. Strong high planks today. I think the record is 8 hours, so we can do 3 breaths, yeah? After the third one, knees come to the mat. Chest come to the mat. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, downward dog. Big inhale up on the toes. Exhale down through the heels. Inhale on the toes. Exhale down through the heels. Good. Last one. Big inhale up. On the exhale, bend the knees. Well, make your way forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees. Raise with the crown of the head. Reach, reach, reach. If you're starting to build some heat in the body, good. That's what we're going for. Heart center. Inhale, filling up. Last round of this. Exhale, fold forward. Half lift. High plank. 3 strong, full breaths. And coming down to the mat. Knees first or lowering down to the mat. Whatever feels right for you. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward dog. Big inhale up on the toes. Exhale down through the heels. Inhale, kindness. Exhale, compassion. Last one. And the exhale, bend the knees and make your way to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees. Raise to the crown of the head, rising up. Exhale, heart center. Beautiful work. We're going to add on more. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, folding forward. Half lift. High plank. 3 breaths in our high plank here today. After the third breath, coming down to the mat. Again, knees or not knees, totally up to you. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Big inhale up on the toes. Exhale down through the heels. Inhale on the toes. Exhale down through the heels. Good. Big inhale up. On the exhale, bend the knees. Look to the front of the mat and make your way there. Good. Oh, I made an uh-oh. So inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant. We'll walk our feet back. Beautiful job. Improv here. Inhale, right leg raises. Good. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose. Good. Inhale, raising. Last one. Exhale, knee to nose. This time, right foot behind the right hand. Inhale, up, crescent lunge. Beautiful job. We'll add some movement here with the core. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, folding the chest over the front thigh. Good. Inhale, raising up. Folding the front chest over the front leg. Good. Inhale, raising. Good. Exhale, folding forward. Last one. Exhale, forward. High plank. Through the vinyasa here or straight back to downward dog. Option is always yours. Big inhale up on the toes. Exhale down through the heels. Inhale on the toes. Exhale through the heels. Last one, big inhale, lifting up. Exhale, bend the knees, lift to the front of the mat, make your way back. Good. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees. Raise with the crown of the head, filling up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale in. Exhale, chair pose. Good. 3 breaths in chair pose today too. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. High plank. Oh, hit those 3 breaths in high plank today. Feeling strong, doing good. No, you can go ahead and take the vinyasa and meet in down dog or child's pose at any time. Maybe a little belly shavasana if you need. After the 3rd breath, coming down to the mat. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg raises. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, raising. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, raising. Exhale, knee to nose. And we'll drop our left foot behind our left hand. Rising up, crescent lunge. Good. Inhale in. Exhale, folding over the front leg. Inhaling up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, chest to the front thigh. Last one here. Big inhale in. Exhale, high plank. Through the vinyasa or straight back to downward dog. Actually, let's take a little child's pose here. Child's pose, heels back to hips. Big inhale in through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Big inhale in. Exhale, sigh it out with the thunder. Taking a moment to notice what your body, what your mind, what your breath feels like in this moment, in this experience. And whenever you're ready, slowly coming back up for a downward dog. We're going to add on one more layer here. Yeah, shift around, make any movements that you may need, and then take the walk to the foot of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. And let's go ahead and take a ragdoll here for just a moment. Maybe a breath or two. That might be a nice release in the arms after that downward dog work. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees. Raise with the crown of the head, filling up with energy, receiving energy. Exhale, giving it back. Inhale, kindness. Exhale, compassion. Chair pose. 3 breaths. Wherever you're at is absolutely perfect. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Half lift. High plank. Through 3 breaths here. After the 3rd breath, lowering down to the mat. Inhale up. Exhale, downward dog. Right leg raises. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, right foot behind the right hand. Left hand plants to the ground. Right arm raises. Exhale, back to the center. Good. Inhale, raising. Exhale, back into the center. Last one. Inhale, rising up, crescent lunge. Good. Same thing as before. Exhale, chest towards the front leg. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, raising up. 2 more. Good work. Exhale, high plank. Lowering to the mat. Good work. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg raises. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, raising. Good. Exhale, knee to nose. Left foot behind left hand. Good. Right hand plants. Big inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, back to the center. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, back into the center. Good. 2 more. Good. Big inhale, pressing up, crescent lunge. Exhale, folding the chest over the thigh. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, folding the chest over the thigh. Inhale, lifting up. Good. 2 more. Good. High plank. Through the Vinyasa, you're straight back. Inhale upward. Exhale, child's pose. Good work. Big inhale in. Exhale, sigh it out. Big inhale in. Exhale, sigh it out. Are we ready? Coming back up, downward dog. Big inhale up on the toes. Exhale down through the heels. Inhale on the toes. Exhale through the heels. last one. And take the walk to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees. Rise at the crown of the head. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, filling up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, filling up. Exhale, chair pose. 3 breaths. Fold forward, gorilla pose. Peace fingers to big toes. Soles of the hands to palms of the feet. A really heavy bend in the knees, chest close to the thighs, letting the crown of the head drop towards the ground. Be here for a few breaths, allowing yourself any little wiggles, any little movements you may need. And release the hands from the feet. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Left hand plants, right arm raises. Beautiful work. Exhale to the center. Inhale, opposite arm. Exhale to the center. Inhale, raise with the crown of the head. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, heart center. Take a moment, close your eyes. Press your thumbs against your heart. Notice what your body feels like. Maybe you're sweating, maybe you're breathing hard. Just noticing. We'll set up for a few balancing poses next. So we'll start out with tree pose. So we'll start out by planting our left foot on the mat, right foot to our toes. Hands at heart center. We're going to play with a little weight distribution practice here before we move right into tree pose. So start by taking all your weight to the left standing toes. Make it wobbly, that's okay. Take your weight all the way back to the heel of your standing foot. And we'll press evenly through the ball and the heel at the same time. Sitting up even taller from the crown of the head. From this point, we can feel super stable, super grounded to move into tree pose. So wherever feels good for you, raising your right foot off the ground, you can keep it as a kickstand. You can bring it to any part of the leg that may feel nice. Finding a drishti to keep your eyes laser focused on. Making sure we're breathing here. And then whenever you feel nice and balanced, growing your branches to the edge of the room, reaching to the edges of the room, breathing still. Hands to heart center. Just as slowly as we place our right leg onto our left leg, we're going to lift our right foot up and then set it back onto the mat. Shake it out. That's the best part, yeah. Get all the wiggles out here so we can move on to the next step. Left foot plants on the mat, right foot plants on the mat, left foot becomes our kickstand. Hands at heart center. We'll bring all the way to the toes of our right foot. It's okay if you get wobbly. All the way back to the heels of our right foot. And we'll press evenly through the ball and the heel at the same time, sitting up even taller. From here, we feel nice and grounded and stable to find our drishti. And then take our balance. Wherever you're at is perfect. Finding somewhere that's good for you. Breathing through. If you wobble out, that is totally okay. You get bonus points. You're building those muscles for next time, finding that edge. Whenever you're ready, we'll grow our branches of our tree, reaching to the ends of the room. Your tree is swaying in the wind. That is okay. It turns out trees do that. Just as slowly as we brought our hands out, we'll bring them back together. Just as slowly as we lifted our leg up, we're going to put it back into the mat. And then shake it out. Good. Good, good. We're going to add one more step to this. Or actually, we're going to do one more balancing pose. It's going to be a bit of a sequence, so we're going to start by adding steps onto it. So we'll start at the top of the mat. Big inhale in. Exhale, heart center. Right leg will raise. Taking our foot to what I like to call a floint. It's not a flex and it's not a point. It's kind of somewhere in between. Good. From here, we're going to take our arms, we're going to reach to the edges and grow our branches just like we did in tree pose. Dancing Shiva. Good. Hands to heart center. Right heel goes to the back of the mat. Warrior 3. You need blocks, your hands come down to the ground. That's totally okay here. Breathing through. And one more breath here. Exhale out. Inhale, slowly begin to rise, bringing your knee back into the chest before we set it back down. Beautiful, right? Shake it out. We'll do the other side. Big inhale in. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, left leg raises. Exhale, point your toe. Flex, point it there. Yep. Just reaching through those toes. Whenever you're growing the branches of our tree, dancing Shiva. Making sure we're breathing. Exhale, back to the heart center. Inhale in. Exhale, heel goes to the back. Warrior 3. Wherever you are is beautiful right now. Finding balance. Finding strength. Finding kindness and compassion. Big inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale, slowly bring left knee back into the chest. And then we'll set it down. And shake it out. Nice work. We'll do the same thing on each side. We're going to add one more step here. Starting at the top of the mat. Big inhale in. I guess technically it's 2 more steps, but you'll get it. Exhale, heart center. Right leg raises. Exhale, point the toe. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale, slowly raise your branches, grow your tree. Exhale back into the heart. Inhale in. Exhale, heel goes to the back. This is where we're about to change it up, so take a few breaths here. Then our back toes, we're going to slowly bend to find the ground. Warrior 2. Crescent lunge. Good. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, raise through the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Good. From here, we're going to press through our left foot, slowly letting the right foot raise so we're back in Warrior 3. Exhale out. Inhale, slowly rise, knee back to the chest, and then back to the mat. Beautiful work. Shake it out. Last side here. We'll bring it back down to the mat. Inhale in. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, left leg raises. Exhale, float your toe. Inhale, grow the branches. Exhale, bring them back together. Inhale in. Warrior three. Wherever you are is perfect. Wherever you are is beautiful. Few breaths here. And we'll slowly let those back toes find the mat. Inhale, up crescent lunge. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, raising with the chest. Exhale, folding forward. Pressing through the right foot until your left toes come off the ground, back to warrior two. Three. Good. Just as slowly as we shifted it back, we're going to shift back forward. And then back to the mat. Shake it out. Good bird. Big inhale in. Exhale, heart center. Big inhale in. Exhale, fold forward. Gorilla pose. So palms of the hands to the soles of the feet. Crown of the head heavy, bend in the knees. Releasing the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees. Raise with the crown of the head. Exhale, heart center. Good. Feet come to the edges of the mat, heels tucked in. Inhale, raising with the chest. Exhale, sitting our hips back to our heels. Vinyasa. Yogi squat. Breathing here. And finding the mat with your bottom. And we'll go ahead and take a forward fold here. So big inhale, sitting up really tall. Exhale, fold forward, Paschimottanasana. You can keep a gentle bend in the knees. We use our breath through this pose. So on the inhale, sitting up really tall. Exhale, folding forward. And we'll slowly come to our back. Knees into the chest for a big squeeze and maybe even a little rock side to side if that feels nice. Plant our feet onto the mat. Hands will come to the mat. And we'll take a few bridge poses here. So starting with our tailbone, working up one vertebrae at a time. Lifting into bridge pose on the inhale. On the exhale, we'll roll back down. So inhale, rising up. Lifting from the tailbone first. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, lowering. Last one. This time holding 3 breaths at the top of our bridge pose. Lifting through the hips, pressing the thighs in toward each other, engaging the thighs. After the 3rd breath, rolling back down. Giving the knees another squeeze in here. Maybe another rock side to side. We'll do a little core work here, so hands come back down to the mat. This time our toes raise. We're going to lower our feet down to 60 degrees and hang out here. We're going to lower down to 30 degrees. We'll lower down to 1 inch above the mat. Inhale, raising all the way back up. Good work. We're going to do 2 more just like that. Wherever you're at is perfect. Toes raised, lowering down to 60 degrees. Making sure we're breathing. Down to 30 degrees. Down to 1 inch above the mat. Maybe taking ticks with the heels, so ticking together. 3, 2, 1, knees back up. Good. Maybe give yourself a squeeze to the chest before we do our last one here. Great work. Toes up. Lowering down to 60. Lowering down to 30. Lowering down to 1 inch above the mat. 5 heel ticks. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees to chest. Big squeeze in. Good. Feet plant flat on the mat. Right leg over the left leg, figure 4. From here we'll thread the needle, so my hands will thread my left thigh. We'll be here for a few breaths, so maybe closing the eyes gently and focusing on your breath. Inhaling kindness. Exhaling compassion. Maybe taking the left foot and giving it a little straighten or bend. Maybe it feels good for you to give your ankles some rolls in one direction and in the other. Or maybe just some flexing points. And whenever you're ready, we'll release the hands from the left leg. Hands come out to a T, arms stay how they are. Right foot will fall to the left side of the body. Head can stay straight forward or over the opposite shoulder, wherever feels good for you. We'll be here for a few breaths. Oftentimes in our practice, when we're moving a lot, it's harder to get distracted with our mind. Once we start to take these longer, slower holds and twists, it gives more time for the mind to wander. So just bringing your breath right back to your focus, right back to your awareness each time you realize you've gone off on a bunny trail, on a thought. And practicing kindness and compassion to yourself when you notice you have gotten lost in thought. And instead, just gently bringing your awareness back to the current moment. 3 more breaths here. Slowly come back into the center and cross our leg. We'll take it to the other side and thread the needle here. And again, we'll be here for a few breaths. And if it feels good, taking the straighten and the bend in the right leg. Maybe some circles with the ankle. Whenever you're ready, right foot will come to the ground. Arms come out to a T or goal pose. Feet stay how they are. Left foot drops to the mat. Looking straight ahead or over the opposite shoulder, whatever feels good for you. Same thing on this side. Finding somewhere you can breathe for a few minutes. If you notice your minds trail off, inhaling kindness, exhaling compassion. Three more breaths here. Slowly come back out here. Releasing our legs, maybe giving a squeeze in with both knees. We'll rock side to side if that feels nice. Keeping our right knee into our chest, letting the left leg out long. Maybe taking some rocks back and forth with the hip. Anything that may feel good here. And then left hand will come to the right knee. Right hand goes across to the left side of the body. Looking straight ahead or over the opposite shoulder. Just a little bit deeper of a twist here. Making sure to breathe. In the center. Bring both knees back in. Another squeeze to the chest. Maybe a rock back and forth here. And we'll take it to the other side. Left foot stays in. Right foot goes on. Making any moves that feel good with this hip here. Whenever you're ready, right hand brings the left knee to the right side of the body. Straight ahead with the head or over the opposite arm. Whatever feels good for you. making sure we're breathing. Slowly rolling back on our back. Squeezing both legs back in. A nice little rock back and forth here. And then taking a happy baby pose. So peace fingers to our big toes. Palms of the hands to the soles of the feet. If that feels good. Whatever feels right for you. And then allowing yourself a little play, maybe rocking side to side, maybe you rock so much you roll out, that is perfectly okay. Building those stabilizers, making sure we're breathing. And whenever you're ready, soles of the feet come together. One hand on the heart, one hand on the chest. Eyes softened or closed. Taking a moment here to just notice. Notice your heartbeat. Notice your breath. Notice your thoughts. Notice the sensations in your body after moving and breathing and combining all those things together. Whenever you're ready, extending your feet to the ends of the mat. Setting up for our final resting pose, our final Shavasana. Getting out any last wiggles, any last fidgets you may have. So we can be here in stillness for the next few moments, grabbing a bolster for under the knees or maybe an eye pillow, whatever you feel appropriate. And we'll begin to draw our awareness inward. Starting with noticing where we're laying on the ground, noticing the places of our body that's making contact with the earth. Notice as our lungs and chest rise and fill up as we breathe in, and how they naturally fall back towards the earth as we breathe out. Noticing our breath even deeper, filling up, receiving oxygen, and then letting it go, giving it right back. Filling up with kindness, and exhaling compassion, letting it go, giving it right back. Notice your mind getting distracted. No need to judge, no need to criticize. Practicing this kindness and compassion on yourself. So just gently bring your awareness right back to your breath. Right back to this very present moment, right here, right now. We can begin practicing more kindness, more compassion towards ourselves. It's easier to share and spread our compassion and kindness with others. In an excerpt from Dr. Jayajan of Daughter, Drink This Water, he says, kindness is a form of poetry. Write 1,000 verses. Be an outbreak of a global epidemic of kindness. Big inhale in through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Notice anywhere you still maybe trying to hold tension in the body in this relaxed state. Not trying to move it, gently drawing your awareness there. And then surrendering the weight, relaxing even more. Big inhale in through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Big inhale in. Sigh it out. Begin wiggling your fingers and your toes. Bringing awareness back into the room, into the external space. Maybe reaching overhead like you're waking up in the morning. Gently turning the corners of the mouth up for a smile. And drawing one foot into the chest, followed by the other, and rolling onto one side in a fetal position. Taking your time, moving gently. Taking a moment in gratitude here for your body, for your breath, for showing up for yourself, for showing up on your mat today. Just a moment of gratitude here. And whenever you're ready, very slowly, very gently raising to be seated on the mat. Hands at heart center, eyes soften. Big inhale in kindness. Exhale, compassion. May you continue to present with kindness and compassion that we've cultivated on our mat today throughout your life. And rippling it on to the others you love. The light in me honors the light in each and every single one of you. Namaste. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll see you next time.